And the Queen of Talk, Felicia Mabuza Suttle, will be honoured in Soweto this week. The media legend will be celebrated at this year's Gauteng High Impact Leadership Summit, which has the likes of former protector Thuli Madonsela, as well as property businesswoman Ipeleng Mkhari on the programme. Mabuza Suttle was the first to introduce the audience to talk show concepts in South Africa. Her show was credited as having played a key role in encouraging dialogue among different races, which had been prohibited for decades under apartheid rule. Felicia is in studio with us this morning, and I love welcoming you here.
I'm so excited to be with you again. And I must say, I've never forgotten what you said. You said I was a member of your audience one day, and I saw you in action. I said, that's what I want to do. So having passed on the baton to people like you makes me feel that leadership still works.
It does.
So thanks a million.
Oh, thanks a million to you. I mean, you know, you did a lot for us here in South Africa, and I know you know it because I was actually having a conversation with Azania yesterday. You were on her radio show.
Yeah.
So we were chatting.
What an amazing young woman.
Isn't she stunning? So we were chatting during the ad breaks, and we were saying there's one thing we need to learn from you, both of us, is that you've got to know how to have that self-confidence, how to know your self-worth, and how to understand that you are your greatest fan. And that's something that I admire about you, because
if you love yourself,
it.
Leanne, it's easier to love others. But if you don't love yourself, it's easier to hate others. And I have no hate for anybody. I might ignore you and forget about you, but I don't hate anybody. So I wake up every morning and I think beautiful people are people who see themselves as beautiful and can go in front of the mirror and feel beautiful about who they are that day and any other time. And they'll see the beauty in others. I go to the grocery store and I'm laughing and smiling at everybody because that's how I feel.
Yeah. I mean, and it's so important to do that. And I sort of maybe don't keep that at the forefront of my mind, but it's a nice way to live life. If you love yourself, you will love others as well.
That's true.
When you come back to South Africa, I mean, are you as famous as the day you left?
Well, I don't know about the famous part.
Well, when you go to a grocery
store. I feel like I'm the mother, but I feel like I'm the mother that left this country. And when I come back and I get the hugs and the warmth from everybody, then I really believe, I feel I'm back home. But talking about the award, and thanks to Empower Works, and thanks to Asupol, because when I saw Bridget Mokwena speaking at Hugh Masekela's funeral, I said, we have to do something together. And for her to have come through, what do they say? If you ask a man how to do a job, if you want to know how to do a job, ask a man. If you want the job done, give it to a woman. And this woman, Bridget, made it happen. And here we are today because of Asupol and Empower Works. And I want to thank the people of South Africa, honestly and truly, for honoring me. There is no greater honor than being honored in your own backyard, coming back home to your own country. My husband said a prophet is rarely appreciated in his own backyard or in his country. But South Africa has proven that wrong. So I'm looking forward to this.
It is important for us to acknowledge the people that have come before us and done what you did. I mean, when you were on television in the 90s talking about things that you did, doing things that you did, it was unheard of at the time. I mean, this was breaking boundaries. It was breaking down barriers. And, you know, it was, at the time, what was it like for you? I mean, to get onto live television every single day, well, I think it was pre-recorded at the time, but to talk about those very sensitive issues.
It was a little difficult because it was the first time now that black and white, young and old, were coming together in the same environment and beginning to talk to each other. As I always say, I really answered to the Mandela call. Mandela saying to all South Africans living abroad, come back home, come and serve. And I could not wait but come back home and come and give it my all. And the people of South Africa were willing to talk. Bringing them in and having them literally touch, feel each other, eliminated the fears that we had about each other. And coming back now and coming to receive this award says a lot. Really says a lot. And guess who's also going to be there?
Who?
Which makes me even more a little emotional.
Yeah.
My young people in the 70s that I used to teach ballroom and Latin American dance to, self-esteem. It was a way of keeping young people out of the streets. We used to call the school Tswelopele. One of the dancers then was Shadow Twala.
You're kidding.
That's right.
Will she be there as well?
I don't think Shadow will make it. She's
But
in Cape Town.
you're going to have that
But we had
class
an
being
interview on SAFM with her, and she made us all cry because she brought back those memories. But on Heritage Day, I invited some of them to come and sit down with me so we could plan, hopefully, a reunion with them. There were 150 young people that used to come to this dance school. And a couple of them came on Heritage Day for us to sit down and plan for a big reunion one day.
That's fantastic.
I had not seen some of them since 1974.
Sure.
So it was the first time I was seeing them since the day they took me to the airport.
Goodness me.
And we cried, we danced, we sang, we prayed, we did everything together. I think the Hyatt Hotel where I'm staying, people were a little surprised. What the heck was going on there? We were dancing, we were crying, we were singing. So
there was a performance in the foyer.
It was amazing.
Do you still dance?
I still dance.
You do?
You did not see my Instagram post?
No.
Man,
I need to follow you on Instagram. I don't. I'm still not very good at my Instagram.
I was doing the cha-cha-cha.
You were doing the cha-cha-cha on
I was doing the
Instagram?
cha-cha-cha with my former students.
Look at you.
Uh-huh.
Am I allowed to ask how old you are? Is that rude?
Say that again?
Am I allowed to ask how old you are?
29.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought
but
maybe...
a woman's age is like a man's income. You don't talk about it. Ask any of the guys here how much they earn or what's their net worth. They're not going to tell you.
The difference is they'll double it.
Yeah.
We'll
try to
we'll
lower
quarter
it.
our ages.
But my daughters are older than me.
I mean, it's just... Yeah, exactly. I mean, they are. I mean, I actually thought you were 31. I didn't realize you were 29, but thanks for clearing that up for me. But when you come back, it is a different country.
It is.
To what South Africa was. It is completely different. But if you have to look at where you're living now, I mean, you're living in America, you're living in the heart of it all, it's New York, and you come back here, what are those two different feelings?
My head is only in America, but my heart is here. Honestly and truly, I mean that. My husband says to me, I think you're happier when you're in South Africa. When we call him, he says, you're always laughing, you always have people around you. You're always in a spirit that I don't evidence or witness here in the U.S., which is true. Yeah. I must admit, when I come home, the other Gemini comes out.
Yes.
And I do feel that way.
Yeah, we spoke about this, the star signs. You're the Gemini.
Yeah, I am.
I'm the Libran. But I was wondering which Gemini I was going to be speaking to.
Today you have the happy one.
The happy, well, thank goodness. Because, I mean, you know, I know Geminis, you've got to be very sensitive around them. But when you think of going forward and looking at, you know, what more you want to do, because you never stop. And I've realized that one thing about you. I mean, there's never a time when Felicia says, okay, you know what, enough is enough now. What's next on your agenda?
Well, right now, people say they're on retirement. I'm on preferment. I do only what I prefer to do as long as it changes the life of somebody. So that's really where I am right now. I do a lot of presentations, address conferences. In fact, I'm in Switzerland next month at the African Development Investment Corporation Conference, and talking to young African leaders from all over the world, and with I think Patrice Lumumba is also, Professor Patrice Lumumba is also one of the speakers there. So I go to where I know I can impact young people, because for me, the future is really the next generation. Our generation needs to move on, but they stand on the shoulders of great people.
Yeah, I mean, it is what you say, is that, but the next generation need to learn from the previous generation.
That's
because
right.
You'll never ever realize the pearls of wisdom that you can get.
That's right.
That'll never be forgotten.
As I say, I take my success and move it to
others.
significance now.
The last time you were here, you were talking about your book. How is that book done?
It's done extremely well. In fact, people are still asking for the book, Live Your Dream. I still walk around with it. I use it to inspire young people. I use social media to inspire young people. Those who follow me will know that I only educate, empower, and inspire with my with my messages on social media. So no, the book is doing very well. I saw Simpiwe Majola here had posted something about hang around people that you believe will make you feel important.
Yeah.
So he's doing exactly that. And I really believe in that it is important to hang around those who can, by osmosis, if nothing else, make you ultimately get to where you want in life.
I'm loving talking to you. I don't want to end it, but I have to. Just one or two tweets. Anati saying, loving this interview with Felicia. It's warm. It's real. Bully saying, I want to look like you when I grow up,
Oh,
Felicia.
my gosh.
Still young and beautiful as ever. And many, many more. And someone likes my shoes. I don't know if
Yeah,
my
I like
shoes
them
or your
too.
shoes.
Didn't I say I like
You
them?
like my shoes too? Okay, good, good. We got something going. They're
Okay.
both velvet, so yeah. Well, we'll both take the compliment and hop off with them. The reality is that we have got Felicia Mabuza Suttle here in studio because the Gauteng High Impact Leadership Summit, it's hosted tomorrow at the Soweto Theatre in Johannesburg. She will be given an award for just being the legend.
For everybody.
Can you?
Come.
Oh, you can, darling. And just come and see you get this award and be recognized for your greatness.
Thank
and
you.
what a pleasure to have had you in studio
Thank
once
you.
again.
And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm truly proud of you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very, very much. Felicia Mabuza Suttle here on Morning Live.